So I grew up on a fourth generation farm in southern Minnesota. So I grew up working alongside my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, and they were the type of individuals, particularly my great-grandfather, whose name was Art. When he shook your hand, what he was secretly doing was he was checking for calluses on the palm of your hand, which essentially meant what? He wanted to see if you were a worker. And that was one of the things that got embedded in me very early on was you didn't have to be the smartest, you didn't have to be the fastest, but you would never allow anyone to outwork you or out-hustle you in anything. And that was true in sports, it was true in business, it was true in life. No one can take that away from you. So early lessons were work ethic. On a dairy farm, whether it was raining, snowing, whether you were dog sick, the cows have to be milked at 6 in the morning. So whether you feel like going in or not, it doesn't really matter. So that was number one. The second thing, which I think people don't often think about as it relates to agriculture or farmers, is that as markets changed, as crop prices went up and down, as cattle and swine prices went in different directions, they were constantly needing to adapt and evolve to what was happening in the marketplace. So while I was a kid, there was a period of time where we had a dairy operation. There were times where we had pigs. There were times where we leaned more heavily into corn. Other times we leaned more heavily into soybeans. And that was based on their ability to adapt to the marketplace. And so you might think, historically, farmers, their world hasn't really changed that much from a technology standpoint. They've seen as much technological advancement as many other industries. And as those markets continue to evolve and change, people have had to stay adaptable. And if you didn't, you just were no longer, you were unable to stay in business. And so, I look back on 4 generations of farmers, their ability to show up every single day, get the work done, rain, sleet, or snow, or shine, and their ability to adapt to a changing marketplace really gave me the skill sets to be able to trust myself completely to know I can continue to adapt to a changing world around me.